All right, let's dive in. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down how to create finance videos that do more than just share facts. They build real, actual authority and trust. We're covering everything from sound to the final polish. But let's kick things off with a question. So I want you to really think about this for a second. When you click on a video about, say, a stock or a new market trend, what is the one thing that makes you just instantly close the tab? Go on, take a guess. You're probably thinking it's a messy chart, right? Or maybe some confusing data on a spreadsheet, or maybe even a really bad stock pick. Well, nope. The single biggest thing that kills trust isn't visual at all. And there it is. According to our research, bad audio is the #1 killer. If you sound like you're in a tin can, or you're far away, or there's an echo, your credibility just evaporates before you've even made your first point. So here's the big takeaway. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with sound. That's exactly why we're starting here, with the absolute foundation of your video. You can think of it like building a house, right? If the foundation is cracked, it doesn't matter how great the rest of the house looks. So let's make sure your audio is totally rock solid. Now, the good news is you do not need a crazy expensive microphone. A solid USB mic like a Blue Yeti is perfect if you just learn how to use it right. You want to keep it about 6 to 12 inches from your mouth. Always use a pop filter that softens those harsh P sounds, and try to record in a room with soft stuff, like carpets or curtains to soak up that echo. Okay, so once you've hit stop on the recording, these 4 editing steps are, seriously, non-negotiable. First, get rid of any background noise, like a fan or a hum. Second, normalize it so the volume is consistent and professional. Third, you're going to use a compressor. That just evens out the loud and quiet parts. And finally, use an EQ to make your voice sound crisp and clear. Following this order makes a huge difference. All right, our audio foundation is solid. Let's move up to the structure. This is all about how you look. It's your visual presence, and it has to project confidence and expertise from the very first frame. Generally, you've got 2 really great options here. You can go for the professional home office look. Bookshelves, plants, it just screams, I know my stuff. Perfect for deep investment analysis. Or you could go with a modern minimalist background. A clean wall, maybe some subtle lighting. It feels really fresh and it's awesome for connecting with a younger audience. Just pick the one that feels like you. But no matter which background you choose, your lighting has got to be on point. The 3-point formula, it's the industry standard for a reason. You've got your main light, the key light. Then a softer fill light on the other side to get rid of shadows. And finally, a backlight to pop you out from the background. This simple setup will instantly make you look like a pro. And here is a super simple but incredibly powerful rule. Put the camera at eye level. Looking down at the camera, it feels kind of arrogant. Looking up at it, it feels a little weak. Eye level, though, that creates a direct person-to-person connection with your viewer. It's a tiny detail with a massive psychological impact. So, you sound incredible, you look professional, you've earned their trust right at the start. So now what? How do you keep them watching? This next part is all about the flow and the pace of your video, and this is where a lot of creators, honestly, lose people. I just want you to look at this number for a second. Because you have exactly 3 seconds. 3. That's all the time you have to convince someone to stick around. Your intro has to be high energy, it needs quick cuts, and a super clear promise of what they're going to learn. Do not waste a single second. And to get that energy, yeah, you need editing software. But guess what? You don't have to break the bank. Tools like DaVinci Resolve are 100% free, and they are professional grade. They do everything the expensive software can. So the barrier to entry for pro-level editing, it's basically 0 now. Through the whole video, your main job is to fight for every single second of their attention. Change up the visual every 30 seconds or so to reset their focus, slap key numbers up on the screen in big text to make them easy to digest. You need to cut out every single pause, because dead air is just an invitation to click away, and use little zooms to add emphasis. Each of these things keeps your viewer locked in. Okay, we've got the foundation, we've got the structure, and we've got the flow. Now it's time for the final polish. These are the little details that take a video from just being good to being genuinely great and memorable. Here's a subtle but really effective trick: color grading. For finance content, a slightly cooler, bluer tone actually communicates trustworthiness and professionalism on a subconscious level. You don't want warm and cozy vibes. You want crisp, clear, and authoritative. Now, long before anyone hears your perfect audio, they see your thumbnail. You have to think of it like a billboard on the highway. It has one job, and one job only, to make someone stop scrolling and click on it. That's it. It's not there to summarize your video, it's there to spark curiosity. And the formula for a great one is pretty simple. Keep the text to just 3 to 5 big, powerful words. Use a picture of your face showing some kind of emotion, surprise, excitement, whatever. And then add a simple graphic, like an arrow pointing up or a company logo, to give some context. High contrast is absolutely everything. So if we put it all together, this is really the hierarchy of what matters. Just look at that. A massive 45% of your video's success comes down to the audio quality. After that, it's the value of your content, then the pacing. The visuals, while they're important, are actually the smallest piece of the puzzle. You have to nail the audio first. And as you're getting started, please remember this critical piece of advice. Publishing a pretty good video every single week is so much better than publishing one perfect video every 6 months. It's the momentum and the consistency that builds a real audience. Which really brings us to the final thought here. Your first video is not going to be flawless, and you know what? That's completely okay. It's not supposed to be. The whole key is just to begin. So the only real question left is, are you ready to hit record?